This PSA was brought to you by the Peter G Show.
You may have second thoughts after the show.
Also, don't drink the positive. We're really talented. We should get Oscars.
Just pick out a car, for Christ's sake.
No, my name is Peter.
Yeah, I want.
Here's good.
Yeah.
Madam Perry.
I need to get back in the genie bottle.
Louis from Pennsylvania, you're on. He likes it.
Peter G Show, Peter G Show, divorce dad, single dad, divorce dad, single dad, Peter G Show.
You gotta remember, okay, so some people were, they were doing some stuff, and then other people were like, hey, don't do that stuff, and then other people were like, hey, yeah, they should do, that stuff. It's good that they're doing that stuff, and then the other people were like, I don't think they should be doing that stuff, and then they're doing, so things are like, what I'm trying to say is that, in conclusion, I have no idea.
Yes, the infamous Rodney Norman. I hope you guys caught him last week, because he's an interesting individual. Yeah. And if you didn't catch it, you should. So you can go back onto YouTube, go to the Peter G Show. Please hit subscribe. And check out the show. It's on there. I'm sure it's probably close to the top right there. And just because it goes in chronological order, or newest to oldest, I think. And check out comedian Rodney Norman. Like I said, he has a very unique way of putting things into perspective. And that's what we did. And it was my pleasure to have him on. But interesting dude. Again, if you can hang in there till he gets his point across, the point is well worth the point, if that makes any kind of sense. Speaking of making sense, how the hell is everybody? I hope everybody is doing well. My name is Peter G. You're watching Life with Peter G, the Peter G Show, right here. Tonight, I'm kind of glad. I mean, I get to do the show. It's just you and little old me. Very intimate show. I don't have to rush through things. I'm going to try to take it easy tonight, because I always say that. Take a deep breath and just let it flow. And then I get going into the show, and then before you know it, the locomotive starts, picking up momentum, and I start flying and like, I'm going to try it. I'm on imaginary lewds tonight. So I'm going to try to take it real easy. I want to have some fun. There's some screwing around I want to do. I'm in the mood to goof around a little bit. But there's another part of me that's like current events. The problem with current events is I start talking about this crap, and then my head wants to explode. And that's the problem. But, I have to do, it's my civil duty, I think, or civic duty to do these things and to talk about these things, especially once we start getting closer towards the fall. Oh my God, the crap that's going to be going down, and I'm going to have to talk about it. I mean, I know a lot of people talk about it, but it isn't me. I'm entitled to let some steam off the pressure cooker. But anyway, tonight is just us, and I got some things I want to, a few videos and some funny stuff. I think it's funny. I can't help it. I'm screwing around and I'm scanning through things, and I'm going, I'd like to share that. I'd like to share that moment, and some what the hell moments too. Some WTF moments of some issues that go on that I want to talk about too. But we're going to get to that tonight, and then I may even open up the phone lines, providing you have something you want to get off your chest, if you want to call me and talk about something, I may open up the phone lines and give you, the caller, the opportunity to talk to me, us, about something of worth. Because again, entertainment with a purpose. We haven't really narrowed down what that purpose is, but it's entertainment with a purpose. When we finish every show, I'd like to think that we leave you with a little bit of something. Hopefully it didn't get too much all over you and it can clean up easily. But, you know, I like you leaving and going, holy crap. Thanks, Peter. Worth the money. Anyway. Next week, May the 3rd, starts the new month of May. And I'm going to start it off with a doozy, okay? This is going to be a first also. Wednesday, May the 3rd, ETs, extraterrestrials. Are they real? Do they exist? Well, that's the questions I'm going to be asking. Are they here? We'll be asking that question to Miss Cassandra Dunn. She's going to be on this show. And she claims to have knowledge about this topic. And she's going to share all of this with all of us, talking about it right here on this show. Life with Peter G, huh? Don't mention it. It's going to be a first. I mean, I'm curious. Listen, we can't live in this universe and all us be the only ones around. But we're going to talk to her. That's Wednesday, next week, May the 3rd, right here. ETs, extraterrestrials. Are they real? You may have pros and cons. You may say, oh, full of baloney, no, or yes. Tune in and find out. Let's at least hear her out. I'm very open-minded. There's no way we can all be the only ones out here. And with all those stories that go on, but at the same time, I can't figure out how they can keep secrets for all this time. But we're going to find out. That's next week, all right? Join me right here. Promise you not to disappoint. That's May the 3rd. Also, hang on. Woo! Smooth. Advanced show alert, because I got to talk. This is something I've been procrastinating my butt off on. I've been wanting to do this for quite a while because, as a lot of you may know, I was in music most of my whole life. And I've been fortunate enough to had been around, met, worked with a lot of really big people. Some of the stuff I did was really, I used to do studio sessions out of a music magazine. I'd get calls to go do, I was part of growing into the whole business. But I have a lot of people that are top of the heap, musicians. And a lot of people ask me that know me, they go, dude, how come you don't ever bring on, so-and-so or so-and-so? Like, people would love to see them or hear from them about them. And I don't know, maybe because it's like if you eat chocolate cake all the time, it's just normal to you. But to some people, like chocolate cake, treat, right? So my bad. So I'm going to bring in next month a few really heavy hitters, like top A-list musicians, and not the guys on the t-shirt. Like, it won't be John Bon Jovi, but it'll be the people who played on those records, that have played on so many records that you're fans of, and like have, literally changed history in music or made history in music. And I'm going to bring a few of them in, and, I don't want to mention any names or nothing like that. Steve Picaro, or because I just don't want to, spoil it or nothing like that. A lot of top people, CJ Vanston. But in a couple of weeks, then that's going to be, when is it going to be? May 10th. I will tell you about this one, May 10th, ahead of time. I'm giving you, since I got the time tonight. Wednesday, May 10th. LA's Top Gun guitarist. This guy's one of the top 10 and was considered, in the magazines and all that. Top 10 most, biggest guitarist in Los Angeles, Mr. Tim Pierce, is going to be on this show. Now, again, These are guys that I'm friends with, but I've been so out of the loop and time has just flown. And we know that we're both around, but I haven't had a talk with him. So these interviews are not going to be interviews. Let me say that. These shows are not going to be interviews. They're going to be conversations. It's going to be just as if I picked up the phone, except we're going to be doing it via video, and we're going to just catch up. So if you're looking to find out how he plays a diminished seventh A chord on a fret, I'm not going to ask him those questions. Now, I will touch base on a few things just to bring everybody up to speed. But I mean, he was, back with Rick Springfield when Rick Springfield was huge in the 80s. Hey, Paul. Sorry, had to give my official chime in. But we're not going to talk all about music. I mean, we're going to talk around music, but we're just going to catch up. Every time I have a conversation with some of these guys, because I know, again, I'm friends with a ton. I always, we've missed so much time. We know we're both alive, we're both around, but I had a phone call conversation with somebody yesterday, and he ended up saying, yeah, my wife and I, we got blah, 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 and we hung up the phone. Hadn't spoken to him in years. Again, we know we're both around. We see each other through social medias and this and that. And after I hung up the phone, I go, wife, he got married. What year was this? So I got questions. Just letting you know, I'm giving you a preamble, okay, about what's going to happen next month, because it's going to be behind the scenes music talk. And I think you'll enjoy it. And with major people. I think they're major. In fact, I know they're major. They're major. There's them, and then there's me. But we're friends. Anyway, love it. So I'm just giving you a heads up, okay? So let's refresh. Wednesday, May 10th, one of LA's top 10 guitarists, studio musicians, master guitarist, Tim Pierce, going to be on this show, May 10th. You're not going to want to miss that. When we're going to just catch up and talk about life. Hence the life of Peter G. All right? Just giving you that. Wow. We're going to go from extraterrestrials to musicians. They're both out of this world. That's a really crappy joke. I'm killing me. Smalls. Anyway, so let's see what we're going to do. How is the beast? Which beast? Trippy. Yeah, Trippy. Okay. I got to follow what I'm doing. Oh, last order of business before I get into all this fun. I'm going back to YouTube, folks. YouTube, please. Go over to YouTube and just hit the subscribe button. Go to Peter G Show and hit subscribe. We're creeping up there. I'm getting there. They have punished me. They wiped me out, as you all know, and I got to keep repeating myself for those who are new. They've wiped me out. I was basically starting over again or fighting the good fight, and they make it very hard for you to get going again. And it's been like this because I haven't really, I push it. I ask every week, but until you get a certain number, they just really throttle you back. They don't push you. It's difficult to be seen when they keep the curtain closed, so to speak. So please do me the favor, just go to YouTube and hit subscribe, and it's free and it takes a minute. And I know she said almost 1,000, but not enough. You have to get over that. Considering it's a big old world, we have a lot of there should be tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, as far as I'm concerned. But when you're starting over again and they start putting their foot down on your neck for saying things that they don't want you saying, because when I started getting political, started talking about, the old arm thing, they didn't like it. And they took me down several times and said, you're not going to do that no more. And if you do it again, you'll never, ever see the light of day on YouTube. It's like, I can care less, but I care, if that makes any sense. Because YouTube, regardless, is still a pretty big stream media, and it is their platform. So I just learned now. The next time I do a show that's going to be edgy, I just don't do it on that. Like, even I appreciate, I see a lot of people are watching from YouTube, but I'll give everybody a head start and say I'm turning it off of YouTube. If you want to go see it live, go to so-and-so, Facebook or LinkedIn or something, or wait till the show's over and then just watch the show on demand. I'm sorry, but it won't be on YouTube because I can't take any more chances. But anyway, that's that for that. Okay, please just go hit subscribe. Again, I'm taking extra long time tonight because I can. Lastly, the podcast. For those of you who love to watch the show, I love you to death. But a lot of times people are busy. You're driving in the car, put an earbud in your ear, Google Peter G Show podcast, and you can listen to the show on demand, on the go. It's on 25 different podcast platforms and, Amazon Music, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all the above, and then some. And you can take the show on the road with you, or when you're working, you can put an earbud in your ear. I love when you're watching because some of the stuff I do is kind of visual, and I try to be aware that for my podcast listeners to try not to try to do things that are understandable if it's only audio. But once I can't help it sometimes, you know what I mean? I want you to watch, but I get it, and I so appreciate you listening, doing whatever it takes. But sometimes there's some pieces in there that are just, it's hard to follow. And I'm sorry, I'm a very visual guy and I like doing visual stuff. But I try to keep myself, in the realm of understanding for the audio people only. So go to Peter G Show podcast. Take it on the road. Can't mess up like that. It's all good. Speaking of messing up like that, one thing I got to do. What's going on here? Lost my train of thought. One thing I got to do is, that's right. There we go. It's like, I better remember this. I'm going to be right back in a minute. We want to talk to our good friends over at Clean Start Products with their DX1 driver fuel additive, because it makes sense to save you money. I'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Tyrone Thompson of CleanStarProducts.com. This is DX1 Driver in the news, and here's what our friends have to say.
So I'm here to recap on the DX1 I've used. I put it in the oil and I put it in the gas. While I'm using it just for about 3 tanks. Cleaned everything out. I got every ounce of power back in my truck.
When Jared's truck was new, it had a lot of power. Then over time, it began to slow down. He got it all back with our DX1 driver program.
Something you got to see for yourself. It's a great product. It's affordable. And it blows all the other additives and esters out of the water.
DX1 driver is the finest oil in the world from a California environmental company. It goes into the fuel system and the oil. It's the only green grade product qualified for the carbon credits program, giving you better fuel mileage, lower emissions, and increased horsepower. So join the fuel savings revolution today. Go to CleanStarProducts.com/shop.
That's right. Clean Start Products. They have something that works, folks. I use it. I got a gas hog. I do. Can't help it. I like bigger vehicles. I'm a bigger guy. Bigger this way. Try not to get bigger this way. They say the camera adds 10 pounds, but and people often ask, well, how many cameras you got on you? Anyway, Clean Start Products. If you want more information, just contact them. Go to www.cleanstartproducts and ask them, talk to them. They'll write you back. But it makes sense. It takes care of your car. It gives you up to 10% better fuel economy. You put this little bitty bottle in your clean oil change. It lasts the whole oil change. And then every time you fill up your tank, you put one of these little bottles in a full fuel tank of fuel. That's it. Cleans the whole system out. Gives you more horsepower, better lubricity. Makes your engine last longer. And let's face it, cars are expensive and gas is expensive. So just go and do that. It works. Promise. Tell them the Peter G Show sent you. That'll get you with a cup of coffee, but my heart's in the right place. All right. I think, what do I want to start? Oh, let's start with a little bit of news. Actually, I think what I'll do is I'll open up the phone lines as I always do, and I'm going to start talking about things. And if nobody's got anything to say or anything of worth, wait a minute, let's see what's going on here. If anybody's got anything good to say, I will answer, and we'll talk to you. Now, if we're in the middle of a video or something like that, I will answer, and then we'll put you on when things are over. But just remember, if you do decide to call and say something of worth, to turn down your radio or TV or handheld device or whatever, and because it will echo back through the whole thing. But did anybody happen to catch? it's been all over, like, okay, platform, again, social media. I don't really watch TV, but did anybody happen to catch there was a pizza guy delivering pizza, and right when he's delivering the pizza, there was a cops chasing somebody through the neighborhood where he was at, and he turns around and is watching the whole thing. And well, let me just play it, and then I'll just show you what happened. But check it out. He didn't drop his pizza either.
Oh shit!
Oh, that's a high-speed chase.
Yeah.
That's a high-speed chase.
Yeah, you better not hit my fucking car, dude.
Oh my God, Jaeger! Oh my God, Jaeger! There's a high-speed chase on there! No!
I'm trying to quick stop. Oh, yeah. You fucking idiot! Get on the ground! Fucking idiot! Get the fuck on the ground! Fucking
He tripped him the hell down. He tripped the pizza guy. The pizza guy stuck his foot out and knocked that guy flat on his face. And they apprehended the guy. Now, number one, that lady's yelling high-speed chase. Now, I'm no genius, but I've seen a few police chases living in LA. They love to put them on TV, and they'll let them run for the whole time with helicopters and the whole deal. Now, I know what a high-speed chase is. That was kind of a low-speed chase. Don't you think? I think it was a low-speed chase. One more time, just to make sure, because, I could be wrong, but you decide. High-speed chase, low-speed chase. What is it? And thank God for the pizza guy.
Oh shit!
Oh, that's a high-speed chase.
Yeah.
That's a high-speed chase.
Yeah, you better not hit my fucking car, dude.
Oh my God, Jaeger! Oh my God, Jaeger! There's a high-speed chase on there! No!
I'm trying to quick stop. Oh, yeah. You fucking idiot! Get on the ground! Fucking idiot! Get the fuck on the ground! Fucking
The pizza guy is walking back, and then he just it's almost like he, got revved up for it. Takes two big giant steps, put that foot out, and kaboom. Notice, not only did he not drop the pizza, I think he had garlic bread on top too. Safe. You're gonna wait. Oh, this is just the beginning. But I just thought we should. Oh, so it ends up that the pizza guy, he's okay. He's got a big giant bruise on his leg because he just, that guy was running pretty fast, and he walloped his ass with his leg, and but he's okay, and God bless him. He took the initiative. What we the people need to be doing is taking the initiative, because I'm telling you, life is pretty messed up. It's not getting any easier either. And if we don't start standing up for, law and order and these things, and just letting these chosen few to run amok, we're going to be in trouble, because there's not that many of them, but it seems like there's a gazillion of them. And here I go again. But they make it sound like it's like overwhelming and it's the majority, and it's really not. It's this little bitty, But the thing is, we're letting them run wild, and that's all the news shows, is all that stuff. So you think it's everybody. It's not, folks. There's way more good than there is bad. So just keep that in mind. We can either lay down and get run over, or we stand up and do what the pizza guy did. Take it from the pizza guy. Be like the pizza guy. That's all I can tell you. He put his one foot in the right direction. Speaking of which, this is real quick. I'm not going to hang on this one very long either, very much, but I really think I've got this transgender thing figured out now. As again, another one of those issues where, like, everybody, it seems like, is, trans now. It's like everywhere time you turn around, everybody's trans, right? Everybody's trans. Well, that's not true. It's a very small percentage, like 1%, 0.5% of the population. But yet it's trendy now to be yelling out the top of your lungs to respect this stuff, which is just we don't care. what they fail to understand is we don't care. Go be trans. Just be trans without shoving it in my face. I don't care. But I had to understand, like, what's originating this? Where's this all starting? And I found a way to explain it to you, and it's like, aha! Check this out. I think this is how it all originated. But pay attention. Check this out.
Hi, everybody. Caitlyn Jenner here.
Does that make sense? I mean, the minute I saw that video, it was like, right there. It all made sense. For those of you, again, sometimes it takes, it took me a couple of, but I'll let you tell me, is this making sense? Here, check it out one more time. I want you, because at least you'll have an explanation as to like why this is all happening. And some of you have probably experienced this, because back in the day, anyway, once again, I think this is how this whole trans thing started, by some changes that were, induced into people not so voluntarily.
Hi, everybody. Caitlyn Jenner here.
Let that sink in. I think I'm making a lot of sense. What do you think? What do you think? Non-wiggle. That's right. I'm just here to help, folks. I'm just here to help, because I know that some people are very confused, and my job is to help explain things, kind of. Oh yeah, I never did do that, did I? And they're just telling me, hey, what happened to the phone lines, dude? Okay, listen, I'm going to have the phones on 818-259-7983, providing you have something to say. I appreciate it if you like my show, but have something, bring something to the table. Something you want to get off your chest, something you want to bitch about. I don't care. You could start an argument, anything you want to do. Totally cool with it. Because tonight's the night you can do that kind of stuff. But right there, 818-259-7983, and I'll try to get to you if I can. But again, back to that, and I'm going to let you, just for those who are a little slower, that don't, really, but the transgender thing, how it all originated, and how, and that's just one small example, but I think you kind of get the point. At least I think you do. Now pay attention, all right? Because this is the last time I'm going to play it, and then if you want to see it again, you'll have to just, watch the show over again after it's over. And you can watch it to your heart's desire. But again, I really think once I saw this video, it all just kind of came together on me. Just tell me if I'm right or I'm wrong, but I think this is really how it, it's like almost like caveman. They ancient man, they kind of, this is where it all came from. It's like boom, 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 boom. Well, I think this is where it all came from. Hey, 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 hey. Here, check it out.
Hi, everybody. Caitlyn Jenner here.
I think it's hands down, I've outdone myself. Yeah, just saying, folks. Just saying. 818-259-7983. Anybody wants to give a call, if you got the guts, if you have something you want to say, something that pisses you off, current events, whatever you want to do. I mean, let the world hear you. I appreciate those texting and stuff like that and commenting. However, if you want the whole world to hear what's going on in your mind, the only way you're going to get that is by calling in and coming on the air. And, you're anonymous. Nobody can see you. Anything you want to bitch about. Because I got a bunch of stuff I want to bitch about. But, man, oh, man, do I start fires sometimes. Because I don't expect everybody to agree with me. But, it's not for you to agree with me, but just to at least listen and be aware, and then maybe listen to, keep your surroundings, keep your ears open, because I might actually make some sense, which is hard to believe, but true. In the meantime, back to the master plan, but 818-259-7983 is the phone number. I'll be saying that throughout the show, and if you don't call, got plenty of stuff to bitch about. But again, I always leave that because I want to be able to give back. I want to make sure that I a lot of people write to me and things, but sometimes it's really great to have, I don't get these opportunities. It's only almost maybe once a month do I get to open up the phones. So take advantage of it, folks. Because all these people will write me after the show saying, Peter, I really was going to call you, man. I was going to call you, but I'll call you next time. It's like 8 years later, which believe me, every year I can count how many people write emails going, oh man, I was so close to calling you. Really wanted to call and speak my mind, but I didn't. So you just keep it in and nobody hears what might have been something of worth and life goes on. Shame on you. Shame on you. Okay, so I hope I got the transgender explanation for you. I hope that helped you. I really do, because I went through a lot of trouble to put that together. Don't mention it. Don't mention it. Hang on. Woo! Smooth. Yeah. Do any of you fly airplanes, travel? I mean, I realize not everybody does. I know that there's people in their entire life have never been on a plane. But some people travel for a living. I used to travel a lot. I don't travel nearly as much anymore, but still do travel. And I want to talk about what's going on with the airlines and the people that are flying nowadays. Because I don't understand what happened somewhere between COVID and now. How do I put this? People are freaking out on planes, or just being complete assholes, or just out of their minds, doing things that never used to happen. And I don't understand what happened between 2020, when COVID started restricting people on planes, making them wear masks. You can't wear your MAGA hat or any kind of hat or something. I can understand something that's got vulgarity on it. I kind of, all right, you know what? You're pushing it too much. But if you're, but people are freaking out. And now, it's just like I'm constantly seeing things with people that are like, they're getting arrested. And they should be, because they're endangering people. I mean, just freaking out. And I again, back in the day, when there was a lot more alcohol involved in flying, especially if you were going, overseas to Europe or something like that, alcohol was free. You're flying to Europe, the booze was on the airlines. You can drink while you're on the plane, for zero. Didn't cost a penny. And people would get, I got stories. People would get out of, between that and a few sleeping pills or something like that. It could get a little bit squirrely, but never. And I mean, never. Some of the things that are going on right now. I mean, I'm witnessing, because again, I'm always scanning, looking, TikToks or Instagrams, whatever. Well, people put up these videos because, cell phones have come along. Now, okay, I'll tell you what. Back in the 90s and things like that, there wasn't cell phones with videos. And so maybe it wasn't captured as much. But in my experience, and again, I was flying a lot in the 90s. A lot. And early 2000s. But, oh, hang on. Oh, I just missed a phone call. Son of a bitch. Oh, and it was Mr. Wonderful too. Call back. I'll answer. Sorry, I didn't see it. I was laying back. And people were flying. I mean, so maybe this was happening, but it wasn't captured because you figure, there's hundreds of thousands of flights daily, thousands of flights daily, so everybody films everything, so maybe we didn't see it as much, but I'm telling you, this is getting really I'm just seeing on domestic flights right here in the United States. Hey, Mr. Wonderful, obviously you're watching in rehab or wherever you're at, prison. Give me a call again, and I'll answer. You're not going to want to miss this. So, it just freaks me out a little bit. I'm going to hold off before I play the video in case I get that call that I missed. Again, everything's on silent, and I don't have any. It's a long story. All by myself. Ever since COVID, they just don't care anymore. Everything's remote. Remote. I hate it. So anyway, I have a couple of videos from people freaking out on airplanes, and I just really don't understand this. I really don't. I'm going to play this video, and if the phone rings, I'll pick it up, but we'll just stay on. Shit. Okay, we are, and we'll get to the phone call. But hang on one second. So here's an example of. I got a couple of them. I'm gonna play because they're all kind of different, but yet I don't understand this. I really don't. So check this out.
My Savior! God, you're my Savior! God, you're my Savior! God, you're my Savior! God, you're my
She's been freaking out for the last 20 minutes. She started off by telling everyone to pray for her mother who just passed away. Then she went up and down the aisles telling everyone to pray for her mother. And then she's been like this for the last, 15, 20 minutes.
God, you're my Savior! 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 God, you're my Savior!
I don't know if this guy next to her knows her or not. He's been trying to calm her down the whole time.
God, you're my Savior! 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 Don't fucking touch me! God, you're my Savior! God, you're my Savior! Sorry, God! God, you're my Savior! 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 God, you're my Savior!
The flight attendant asked me to make sure she doesn't try to go to the back door and open it. If she tries to go back, I'm gonna block her.
God, you're my Savior! 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 God, you're my Savior!
God, you're my Savior. I get it. But, and I understand, the woman's mother passed away. We all have gone through this or will go through this at one point in our lives. I totally get it. But freaking out like that is, in public. Believe me, again, I'm going to do another show on people passing away. It's a tough one, but it's a much needed talk because especially on Facebook and everything, every day I see somebody losing somebody, and it's tough. It's hard. That's love. Been there, done that. Hard, very hard. But you kind of have to learn to live with it because you're still here. Now, this woman, again, they claim she's under duress because her mother passed away, but that's beyond. That's freaking crazy. That's blowing your top. And, to be doing that in public and then screaming, that's not normal. It's not normal. That's a like, at least she's still in her seat. But there's plenty of them. Let's go for now. Oh, wait, time out, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, time out. Let's just time out. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only. Yes, sir. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. Son of a bitch. I just blew the whole thing. I haven't done phones in so long that I put in the wrong... Hang on. There we go. All right, so let's go. Let's try that again. Ladies and gentlemen, from parts unknown, some kind of rehab or jail... Pepsi.
Hey, man, speak for yourself.
How's rehab, Pepsi?
I'm on a deserted island next to, well, I can't tell you, I can't tell you who my neighbors are on the other deserted island, but it's pretty nice.
Yeah, well, apparently.
How are you, Mr. Peter G?
Apparently, they have really good cell phone reception there. Then.
Well, yeah, because they own the towers.
It must be that Starlink.
A satellite. Yeah.
Wow.
Crystal clean.
Wow.
Crystal clean. Yes.
That's great. So, what's going on since your hiatus?
Well, again, sorry. I've been kind of here and there, and have suffered some health tragedies in the family, and so been kind of a weird thing. But luckily, I'm in a place where I am able to get internet, and I had to tune in for the show and chime in and say hello, I love you, and to the audience, but especially needed to give thanks to you're talking about flying on airplanes.
Oh yeah.
And I don't really know how people feel about this, but now you can fly on airplanes without wearing a mask.
Yes, of course.
So kudos to Dr. David Martin for doing that. Him and his legal team. They made it so.
Wait a minute. Hang on one second. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you just tuning in or may not know, well, he's not here right now because he's been on hiatus. But ladies and gentlemen, the one and only, you've seen him on TV here first on the Peter G Show, Pepsi, right there. He's on the phone right now. If you don't know Pepsi, I got your face propped up there just so they can make sure they know who they're dealing with.
That's not the real Pepsi. Show them the real Pepsi.
No, let's not.
Okay, let's not. By the way, great 200th anniversary show.
Yes,
that was great.
Thank you. I really wish you could have been here, but
well, the universe, the stars didn't, line up, but tried to make it work. But anyway,
yes,
understood.
Yes. Well, anyway, we made the 200th show, and it's nothing but forward from here, whether it's under a bridge or here in the undisclosed location. But we're moving forward, and nothing's going to slow us down. But that was quite. I mean, I just take these things for granted, kind of because I'm in the moment. But when you really sit back and look at it, I mean, I guess we've come a long way. Looking at from show number 1 all the way to now, it's been quite a difference.
A long way,
yeah.
A long way. For you especially, and you got a lot to offer the folks, and you got a following, and all I can do is just tell you what a pleasure and an honor it's been to work with you, no matter whether you feel the same, but. Anyway, it's a good thing you're doing for the folks, man, and I look forward to seeing Tim Pierce, and I work for him too. So
there's going to be a few, and I'm telling you, it's really weird because again, I just caught up a little bit of conversation. I said, listen, I don't want to talk to you on the phone too much. I want to save it for the show because it literally there's a decade of conversation that I've missed, because I'm out of the loop. I've stepped away from all that, and I don't know what's going on. And I was shocked to find out what he's doing, and so we're going to find out. I mean, it's all good, but it's just how the business has changed. The NAMM show was just in April. They changed the date on the NAMM show, and it was just like a few weeks ago. And
the 12th, 13th, something around there.
Whatever. I completely forgot. He told me because he says, "Man, can I talk to you after that because I got to do this and that?" And I go, "Shit, I'm so out of it. I used to love live for going and hanging out and doing all that stuff, and times have just changed. But it's all good. We're all still here. So there's gonna be some things going on. So so you're tuned into the show tonight, and do I have any good videos for you tonight? Oh yeah, I think I got a couple more left for you. I hope you.
You think?
I hope you appreciate. Well, what's your? Let me ask you a question. What's your take? Did you see the transgender video I put up?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, I did. But I have a very different opinion about that. But
I don't know.
Probably don't want me to voice my opinion, but it certainly does provide a plausible explanation.
I think it does. I think it does. I'm telling you. When I saw that, it was just like that could be the explanation. So.
Well, you might want to stay away from the Kardashian family. You might want to do that as a start.
I'm thinking I might want to just stay away from playgrounds nowadays. I mean, I just
and elementary school.
Yeah, I don't.
Man, that really bothers me a whole lot.
I don't fall that well anymore. I just don't. I don't land. Like falling down is not as easy as it used to be. So I gotta watch myself, I want to keep all my twigs and berries in in the basket.
Fortunately, I keep my feathers numbered for just such emergencies.
Exactly. So what is going on? You're gonna survive now, or you're gonna come back to civilization, or what? Because not that I mean, people want to know.
Oh, I don't know that they want to know. Just recent events, man. Jasper, Texas. I don't know if people heard about the shooting at the high school prom there in Jasper, Texas, but I was out there for a crawfish bowl. It was just a weird thing, young kids and Texas. And do have. I think I mentioned that to you. Please, pray for my good friend Johnny. He's in Cedar Sinai, Beverly Hills. In ICU. Bad heart problems. So
still,
that's gonna bring me. Speaking of that, that's gonna bring me around. The studio there in Simi Valley. So I'd love to see you.
In an undisclosed location.
Pardon me?
In an undisclosed location.
Right.
Yeah.
An undisclosed location in Simi Valley. In Canoga Park? No. In Chatsworth.
All right. In Burbank. Will be good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Burbank.
Because I'm sure the cops want to see you too.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah,
they want to have a conversation with me.
Yeah. Long time no see. There he is, folks. Right there. The only thing missing is the number underneath his face. Right there is the.
No, I'm looking forward to that chat, man. With Burbank PD. They love me, man. I lived 1,000 feet away from headquarters.
I know. They saved a lot of gas taking you to jail.
Well, fortunately, man, you were there to bail me out. I love you for that.
They just walked you right on over. They didn't even have to. It's like take the car. Nah, not necessary.
Right. I just call Peter G, man. And Peter G is like, oh man, not again.
It was called the Walk of Shame.
I know, the Walk of Fame.
Yeah. Anyway.
Funny.
Yeah, I do know funny. It's been, like I said, I wasn't expecting this call. We've just been letting you, take care of what you got to take care of. And so I'm glad you have good cell phone reception. And anything else on your mind? Because I gotta keep on moving here.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Just always be kind, and love you very much, and look forward to seeing you guys.
I love you too. And again, just finish up whatever you're doing. Lord knows I'm where I'm at, and we're just doing. But it's really great to be here.
You're looking good, baby.
Looking
good, man.
All right.
Break a leg.
Well, let me finish up what I'm doing, and because the show ain't stopping for me. Show must go on. So anyway,
there you go, man.
All right,
there you go.
Abadit. That's all, folks. Holy moly, wasn't expecting him, but there he is, right there, ladies and gentlemen. You just heard from the infamous Pepsi. He's had some things he's had to take care of, and life is full of surprises, and you got to do what you got to do. Lord knows I had to do what I had to do for several years, and he just called in, surprise. What happened? Anyway, but okay, where were we? Okay, airlines. I want to get back to that because we're burning daylight. So I don't understand what's going on. I really don't. This is just. Oh, I need to change that too. Let's get Pepsi's. Pepsi's got all this airtime. There you go. Hey, airlines. So the people are freaking out, and it's white people, and it's like, I'm not. Again, what's going on with the white people freaking out on airlines? Okay, this is one time when it's going to be other people looking at them going, because it's getting bad. It's bad. I don't want to be in an airplane under those situations because, somebody's got to stop these people from doing this. I mean, and she was tame. At least she sat in her seat and was screaming, but she was in her seat. But there's a lot of people that just start raising hell, and they make, you don't know what's going to happen next. Check this one out.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
It's for my safety too. I want to.
Wait, how is that being?
I'm sure they've seen some pretty crazy flights.
Okay, so we're gonna go back. Are we about to die? No. Okay. Okay, put my shoes off. Okay. This, do that. This, do that. Are we about to crash? No, we're not. We're not crashing. No. We're not crashing. No, we're not crashing. Don't even know this.
This is a grown-ass woman rolling around. That's something like you see a child, a 2-year-old on the floor. She's on that nasty-ass 90 million people trample on that carpet, that airplane daily. She's rolling around on that carpet, kicking, and she's slamming her fists on the pilot's door, screaming and yelling. Grown-ass woman. And again, white one. Not that it matters what color you are. I just have to bring that out because they always bring it out. It was a black man. And it's like no. People are idiots in all colors. There's great people in all colors. But right now, I happen to be seeing way more idiot white people having tantrums and shit fits on airplanes. And it's just killing me. Rolling around that nasty ass floor, kicking and screaming. I'm gonna play you one more because this one is this one, and again, vulgarity alert. This person just swears a lot, and again, I'll apologize later. I'm not apologizing for them, but it's just shameful. Here we go.
Get me the fuck off this goddamn fucking plane! You wanna be shitty and bitchy to me? You will see me fucking pissed! You will! Oh, get me the fuck off this plane! I will fucking fight! I don't fucking care! Put me in a fucking sight fest! You know who my brothers are? They're fucking Marine snipers! You wanna fuck with the fucking Marine? Let me the fuck up, you bastards! Go to fucking hell! Bastard fucking bitch! You wanna know what hell is? I've fucking been there! 10 fucking times! I've lived! You know the fucking story! You wanna know what happened to my family? You wanna know?
I don't think it's okay. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
You don't fucking know!
What is happening to us? It's just shameful. Grown-ass woman. Was she already nuts? Was she always nuts? To do that on a plane, you're confined. They're in mid-air. Get me off of this plane. Sure, no problem. I mean, sometimes I just feel like the only way you're going to solve that problem is just pop somebody square in the friggin' head to knock them to their senses. Shut them down. There's no other way to do things like this. Being nice doesn't work. But I mean, how could you be that crazy? How can you get that crazy? Time out. Hi, you're on with Life of Peter G. Who's this?
This is Jane.
This is Jean.
Yeah.
Jean, are you still mad as hell and you're not going to take it anymore?
Yes. My name is Jane. I'm mad as hell. I'm not going to take it anymore.
Do you hear that, Jean? You're still mad as hell and you're not going to take it anymore. What can I do for you, Jean? Besides being mad as hell?
Well, I haven't talked to you for a while, and I just was watching your show.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you've got some good things going on. That is crazy what's going on airplanes, you know.
It bothers me a lot. And if I were you, I'd say, hey, my name is Jean.
My name is Jean. I'm mad as hell. I'm not going to take it anymore.
Can you? Yeah. You know, that's what you have to do. You have to get mad and go, you know what? I'm not going to take this anymore. This is insane. People are on this plane and she's endangering people with all this craziness.
Yeah, I heard something on the news the other day. An adult was complaining about the baby crying, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, that is just crazy, you know.
Yeah, I saw that. And I you know what? Babies, look, that happened to me. When my daughter was 18 months old, I flew her across the country by myself. And let me tell you, my daughter has never had a fit, but it was just perfect timing. Long day traveling through airports. She was fed. She pooped. And I changed her diaper before we got on the plane. But when we got on that plane and we took off, you know how it hurts your ears. And she started, she screamed, and we were right behind first class. And she screamed for 10 minutes, and I'm telling you, there wasn't a damn thing I could do. And she screamed so much that all of a sudden, after she just passed out. She just passed out.
Okay.
But thank God the people that were near me were pretty understanding. But I mean, I felt awful. But what are you gonna do? I mean, it's not a daily occurrence.
That's true.
But that's nothing compared to, I mean, the people getting upset about it's like, shame on them. I get it, man. But these are grown ass people having conniption fits.
I know.
It's just sad. And you know, and that's why I'm always taking this with me when I'm on a plane.
My name is Jean. I'm mad as hell. I'm not going to take it anymore.
Can you say? That's right. I'm just going to play that recording every time I'm on the plane and there's problems, and that should solve the problem.
Right.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I heard you talking to Pepsi. That was good too. I enjoyed that.
Yes, that was a surprise appearance, so to speak.
Yeah, I bet it was.
Yeah, he had some things he has to take care of, and these things happen. We all have to have family first and things like that. And you know, I said, I don't know, Pepsi. I said, but somehow we'll manage to try to keep going.
Right. I mean, you're doing a great job. You know.
Yeah. I said it's not going to be easy, but go do what you got to do, and when you're ready to come back, there'll be a door.
Right.
There'll be a door here waiting to hit you in the ass. So you know, whatever.
Right.
Anyway, anything else on your mind? Because unfortunately, I'm running over time, and I still got to finish a couple more things. I wish people would call earlier.
Did you have a nice Easter?
Easter is good. I have a nice every day, but yes, actually, it was very nice. Thank you for asking. I forgot time is just
because flying. I think your Easter was after our Easter.
It was a week after, and now I'm starting to see videos from the past like that are 3 weeks after American Easter. You know, and you know it varies. It's the old Orthodox calendar is kind of different, and it all goes by rotation of the moons as to when Lent starts. So anyway, it's kind of crazy.
How's your daughter doing?
She is amazing. Thank you for asking. You know,
That's good. That's great. I know you're proud of her.
I am, because I know that whatever gift I was given for her being not giving me a hard time, I thank God every day for that, because it has been a great ride, and I know that doesn't happen all the time for a lot of people, because kids are kids.
Yeah, that's great.
Kids are kids, but we're doing good. It's just, man, we are quickly approaching summer, and there's a lot going on, and we're just trying to keep everything moving forward at the same time. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful for every day and for everyone who takes the time to pay attention to the show, just as you. But we got.
Guess who's out in California, in San Diego?
I have no idea.
Jimmy Buffett. Do you know him?
No, ma'am. I do not.
You never heard any of his songs?
No, I don't know. Has he heard any of mine?
I don't know. I'll have to.
Yeah.
I'll have to send him a message and ask him, because I'm friends with him.
Okay. Well,
he found me.
Okay. Well, have him call me. Why are you guys an item? Are you guys an item?
What is it? What is it?
Are you guys an item?
We're just friends.
Okay.
He found me because I was making comments about his pictures, and he liked what I was saying.
So you got just friends, huh? Yeah. Anyway, all right, Gene. Unfortunately, I got to fly, baby, because we're running out of time. But I thank you.
Okay, it was good talking to you. I enjoy when you do when you do these things, so I can talk to you.
I'm sure everybody enjoys it as well. So thank you. Okay.
Okay. Take care until the next time I talk to you.
All right. Thank you. And don't forget.
I love you.
I love you too. Goodbye. And just remember, folks.
My name is Gene. I'm mad as hell. I'm not going to take it anymore.
That's right. She's Jean, and she's mad as hell, and she's not going to take it anymore. She just called in to say hey. All right. So anyway, all right. So much for the plane stuff, folks. But I just don't understand it. It's like, y'all behave. Stop it. Be a decent human being. Man, we got it tough enough. I'm overtime. I don't even have a guest, and I'm running overtime now. There's so much to do. So much to do. You want to leave on a... Oh, I get to... Okay, so I got to do this now. Okay, so that's enough of that. I did not... You're lucky, kind of. Maybe you're lucky, because I was getting ready to do a little bit of current event stuff with some things about... I didn't want to get into it, because I'm going to run over. And then I'm going to get steamed up, and the show's over, and I won't be able to blow off that steam, because I don't need to talk to myself or you guys. Anyway, reminder. Where are we? Next week, you're not going to want to miss next week, okay? Because next week I'm taking it to the limits one more again. Next week, having Miss Cassandra Dunn. That's May 3rd, Wednesday, next week. ETs, extraterrestrials. Are they real? Are they here? I'm going to have Cassandra Dunn on the show. She's going to talk to us about this. She has firsthand knowledge. I mean, let's face it. I don't think we're the only ones on this, in this universe or universes. But again, very controversial. Tune in, listen, give it a listen, then judge. But for right now, I'm open-minded. I know that we can't be alone, but it's just weird. And I want to hear what she has to say. So that's Wednesday, May 3rd, right here. Extraterrestrials, are they weird? Are they weird? Are they here? I'm weird. Are they here? Are they real? Cassandra Dunn's going to tell us all about it and her experiences, and hopefully it'll bring some light, shed some light onto you. And again, I'm giving you an advanced show alert 2 weeks from now. 2 weeks, 2. Kind of like my peace sign, 2. May 10th, I'm going to start doing a handful of musicians, and we're going to have conversation, not interviews. We're going to catch up, because these are guys who I haven't talked to in ages. And yet we were all in the loop back in the day. But Wednesday, May 10th, I'm going to have one of LA's top studio session guitarists, Mr. Tim Pierce, going to be on this show. And I mean, he's been on the road. He toured with Rick Springfield when Rick Springfield was huge back in the 80s. And then as you get, the bigger you get, you don't want to be on the road all the time. It wears you down. And he just made a name for himself, just playing on everybody's records. And the list is long. And that's what most of my friends, they have those bios that are just from A to Z. 2,000 albums, things like that. But anyway, Tim Pierce, Top Gun guitarist of LA, on this show, Wednesday, May 10th. I really want you guys to tune into my series of musicians for May that I'm going to have a handful of, because interesting conversation for me too, because we've lost touch, although we're on our Christmas card lists and things like that. And hey, how you doing? See them on social media, but we have not had a good conversation, and that's what we're going to have. So if you're looking to find out how he plays a certain A chord, that ain't going to happen. This is going to be about life. We'll talk a little bit about, to set everything up around music, but we're going to talk about things that go on in normal every day and how the transitions and what they're doing and how they're doing it. Because believe me, I transitioned. I had no idea. If you asked me this 12 years ago, would I be sitting here doing this right now? I would have said, you're crazy. You're crazy. But here I am. So it threw me into a different circle, and I'm not in that camp anymore, hanging out and finding out what's going on. So it's different. But we're still all friends, and we're all thankful to be here. So you're not going to want to miss that, okay? And again, folks, subscribe to YouTube, please. Please, please, please. Go hit the subscribe on YouTube. I need to get those numbers up. We're creeping along. We're getting there. Once I get to a certain number, then they start letting you excel. But they're making me fight for it again. And, again, I make no excuses. It's not easy. But we were doing great, and then they knocked me down because they didn't like what I was talking about. And this is the world we live in. Fact checkers, censorship, whatever, shadow banning, you name it. I'm a small part. I'm being pushed into a small corner, and that's that. But just go hit the subscribe, and don't forget the podcast. Google Peter G Show podcast. I love you guys that watch the show, but if you can't watch the show, Google Peter G Show podcast, put an earbud in your ear, and listen to us while you're driving or working or whatever. There's almost 300 shows, topics. I'm sure. Oh, let's take the phone number off because we're done, aren't we, with this, especially? Okay. I appreciate those who watch, but listening is the best, next best thing to watching the show. And I love you for doing it. The podcasts do actually very well. A lot of people are into audio podcasts. So, give the people what they want. But that's it. I am very grateful to be here. As I told Gene and Pepsi, we're all here, and that's a good thing. I should leave you with it. No, I can't. We don't have time, unfortunately. Damn it. Time flies when you're having fun. I need a 3-hour show. I careful what I wish for. Never mind. 1 hour is good. My name is Peter G. I want to thank you for watching Life with Peter G, the Peter G Show. Please share too. That really helps a lot too. It really does. I mean, I'm this close to doing bigger and better things, but it's all with the help of you people. It takes people like you who take time out of your lives to watch, to let people know that, hey, we're watching, to make things happen, to take things. And believe me, I got plans for the big stuff. We got plans. So please, I love you for your support. I really do. Till next week. And again, extraterrestrials, right? As I leave, I want to leave you with, once again, just because I'm, Rodney Norman, who was on last week. I want to leave you with one last little piece from him because, again, he's got a unique way of saying things, and I like it. So check it out. Be kind. You don't have to take a lot of crap from people, but life is short. So don't be an ass. Don't be that person on that airplane. Let's all just get along. We need to stay together. They're doing their damnedest to keep us apart. Remember that. Little by little, you might start figuring it out. And for those who are a little bit damned on screw you, Peter, you're full of shit. Okay. But I'll still love you either way. And I hope that we can still remain friends, even when I say things that you don't agree with, because we're all just people, and we never used to be like this. So I'm just asking you to just hang in there, all right? My name is Peter G. And as always, Think about it. I love you guys. So peace out. Okay.
You see, there's things that you can do things about, and there's things that you can't do anything about. And things you can't do anything about, there's no reason to get upset about those things because you can't do anything about them. But there are things you can do, and if you do the things that you can do, then dealing with the things that you want to deal with, then you're doing pretty good because you're dealing with the stuff by doing stuff. But if you just sit around and not doing any stuff because you don't know what to do, because you don't think you can do anything, well, then you're not going to get anything accomplished unless you start doing something. So you should start doing something for the things that you want to do, and then don't worry about things you can't do anything about because you can't do anything about them anyway, so why worry about them? Okay. Have a super awesome day and stuff. Okay, bye.
Peter G Show, Peter G Show, divorced dad, single